Pretty catchy title, huh? Yeah. I was thinking about putting that on a shirt. But actually, some truth to that. Not to say that everybody, who has died of fentanyl uh, is trash or anything like that, because we have lost some good people to that. Fentanyl recently, too. But it is kind of a catchy shirt. It does make you wonder. And, I've been doing this documentary about the homeless problem. Not problem, but the homeless situation in San Diego and like the underground homeless issues and stuff like that. It's an ongoing documentary that I don't know if I'll ever release it, but yeah, I'm still working on it. But anyway, I've got to know a lot of homeless people, via the documentary and stuff like that. And tell you what, man, recently something weird is going on. I don't know if it's intentional or not, or if it's just coincidental, whatever it is. But in the last 30 days, about last 30 days, I know of 8 homeless people that have died of drug overdoses, all within the same area, all within Ocean Beach, San Diego. 5 or 6 of them died of fentanyl, and then 2 or 3 of them died of heart attacks that were drug related but didn't do fentanyl. And the people that died of heart attacks, it was probably methamphetamine. They were probably shooting it. But these are people that have been shooting methamphetamine or doing methamphetamine for a long time, and these people were in their 30s. So, granted, I know what everybody's thinking, oh, well, fucking fentanyl, known killer. Yes, indeed, that it is. But these are also people that have done fentanyl, and it's not rare for people who, do fentanyl to die. Not at all. In fact, it's a matter of time. But the heart attack thing was very strange, just because these people shoot meth. These people do these drugs, right? And they were fairly young to be going out like that. And for 8 people to die all in the same area could just be the timing, Yes, they lived high risk lives, they had bad habits, stuff like that. And it's just very odd, You'd expect maybe to hear like maybe 1 every couple months, but 8 within a month. And I was thinking about that, and I was like, maybe like just like a really strong batch of fentanyl came in, right? So these people who are used to taking, being able to take 2 or 3 hits of it, take 1 hit, maybe 2 hits, and they're gone, right? It's just too strong. Just like heroin. Heroin would sweep, through, and they'd get an exceptionally strong batch. People weren't used to it, right? Something that strong, and they die. Or people, exceptionally strong, people who would stop for a while and then started again would try that exceptionally strong stuff and die. So that's a known issue, right? And, the meth, shooting meth is extremely risky, right? It's the most dangerous way to do it. And yeah, I'm sure, maybe these people had heart conditions, whatever. But the conspiracy theory, that's going around is in the summertime, San Diego gets a little hard on the homeless people, mainly because summer's here, tourism, right? It's the second most desirable tourist destination in the United States, San Diego. So tourists come out here, they don't want to see a bunch of homeless people on the beach. They don't want to see a bunch of beach bums, literally, right? A bunch of hobos fucking panhandling, smoking fucking meth in the fucking, public bathrooms and in the alleys and shit. No, that's cops don't, frown upon that. And the mayor, I think, whispers to the cops right around this time, April. April is the time when the tourists start to come. April, May, especially June. The police start taking the homeless and they push them off the beach. They will actually arrest homeless people, drive them to like a police kind of like makeshift, or like they call it kiddie jail, because it's not really a jail, it's like a holding block, and they'll put them there for like a few hours, and then they'll release them downtown off the beach. But boof, so they just transfer them, and they'll arrest them for bullshit, loitering, right, jaywalking, right, and they just drop them off downtown, and they say don't come back to the beach, and sometimes they'll even give them vouchers, hotel vouchers downtown. But either way, so some people have theorized that maybe this is one way of cleaning up the streets in time for tourism. Maybe there's an exceptionally strong batch of fentanyl released intentionally in this area because Ocean Beach is a very popular beach, and it has a very strong homeless presence. And releasing some exceptionally strong fentanyl to Ocean Beach and killing off a lot of the homeless in such a short period of time would be fucking terrible, but I could see it being done. And with the meth, would it be that hard to put something that would, have an adverse effect on your heart? obviously methamphetamine would anyway, right? Who's to say it wouldn't be too much harder to sprinkle a little extra something in there, that will actually hurt people's heart, 10 times, as opposed to just methamphetamine alone. Is that really what's going on? I don't know. Maybe it was just everybody's time. Maybe it was just, the moon and the stars were just aligned right, and it was a bad month to be fucking around. Who knows? But it's very interesting. It's kind of tragic, lost some other people. I'm not going to mention names, but to fentanyl in the last couple months too. I mean, that drug, man, is just obliterating people. I mean, it really is. I mean, I myself, for those of you who don't know, I accidentally ingested fentanyl. I thought it was cocaine. Just did a little bump off a key, thinking it was cocaine. I died. I mean, I didn't die. Obviously, I'm still here, but I stopped breathing 2 or 3 times. And if it wasn't for the police, and it wasn't for the paramedics, and it wasn't for the Narcan that actually pulled me out of it, it basically stops the effects of the opiate, fentanyl. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be here right now. I mean, thankfully, not going to go into that long story, but yeah, I mean, it is sweeping through America, and it is taking its toll. I heard that it's the #1 killer of people, or at least males under the age of 25 or something like that, in the United States. #1 killer, or maybe not the United States, but in California it was. That's fucking crazy, fentanyl. I mean, where did this fucking drug come from? I don't know. I mean, China virus, probably. But either way, yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. Very strange. Be careful. Don't fuck around with it, with fentanyl. It's not you think you could just do like a little bit, like, oh, I'll just try like a hit, just kind of get a feel for it. No, 1 hit can kill you. It really can, and it's sad, because I think that's what a lot of people think. Because you have some seasoned people who've done drugs, who've been around the block, and they think, fucking, 1 hit, really, like, and they do a hit, and especially if they've been drinking or something like that, it's like it can fuck you up that fast, and then people don't intend to kill themselves on it, right? But I will say this though about fentanyl: if I were to ever get to a point in my life where I was going to kill myself, not that I ever would, I'm not suicidal, but if I was going to, I would definitely use fentanyl, just because there's no suffering, and it's like literally just like going to sleep. I don't even remember falling asleep when I did fentanyl. I passed out in my car driving down the freeway. Just came to a complete stop. I don't remember that. But yeah, so I mean, if I was going to do it, I would do it that way. I used to think of creative ways that I would kill myself, but no, I'm kind of a pussy. I want the least amount of pain and suffering, so that would be the one. But either way, now I'm just rambling. But yes, be careful with yourselves.